material into the driveway, and you can already see that.
So I think inquiring minds want to know, how did the grading turn out at my neighbor Kirk's place after we put that little bit of a crown into that section of his driveway as well as the rain gutters? We're into a second torrential downpour today, including a little bit of thunder and lightning for dramatics. But let's take a look and see if that rain is actually being diverted off into the gutters we created, or if it's still coming right down the middle of the driveway. The rain was so heavy today that for the first time in a long time, it actually created rain ruts in the areas of my own driveway that I've looked after and maintained over the last few years. It's been a heavy rain, and now it's come back again late this evening. Oh, there we go. See what I mean? Thank goodness for four-wheel drive. Alright, so just for reference, as I stop here, this is where we began the grading exercise, right here. You'll see over here, I can see that the rain's rolling off to the left, which is excellent. And down the middle of the driveway, we still see a little bit of rain. Unfortunately, in front of the garage, once again, which we didn't look after, it's pooling. Definitely a separate exercise. And right here through the middle of the driveway, definitely needs some kind of grading done. Let's take a look and see if the rain is following those ruts that we created. Alright, so I'll try to take you back here. There's the garage. And if you remember the view here up the driveway, it looks like it's actually working out pretty darn well. So just to give you a full effect, right from the corner where we started digging out those rain gutters, here's what the driveway's looking like. I'm really pleased with the outcome of it and the crown. And now let's take a look at the gutters, as well as those runoffs that we dug out into the forest on both the left and the right side, and see how they're performing. The rain is definitely diverting off to the left here. Right down that one gutter that we created. And then you'll remember we dug out this path through the forest to divert it away from the garage. And it looks like it's working out pretty good. The middle of the driveway, as you can see, is pretty dry. No ruts on the crown. But take a look at the right-hand side gutter. Look at that. I think it's working out pretty good. There we go. Wow. Really happy to see this, I gotta be honest. But here's where I think we fell a little short. We dug out this little area here, which was supposed to enter the forest, but you'll see that it's piled up on the side of the driveway, but it's now leaking itself back into the driveway. So I think we need to come back and dig that trench further into the forest there. Because although the driveway itself is holding up really well, and the rain is definitely rolling off to the left and the right of the driveway, as we get down to the bottom here, we were hoping it was going to continue off that way into the forest. We only dug this area out here, but I think we need to dig it back further because hopefully you guys can see this. It's starting to, now that it's pooled after all this large amount of rain, it's starting to leak itself back out and into the driveway here. So as you can see, the rain is being forced over to the left here, and it's rolling right out, right down into this little culvert, so to speak, that we dug out, for lack of better words. And as you can see, it's rolling off down into the forest away from the garage. So hey, overall, I am super happy. That grading work, although, you know, during the course of the whole exercise, I had a lot of moments of, you know, unsureness. Wasn't sure if I was doing it the right way, me and Guy, but it turns out it's turned out really well. But we definitely have to dig out into the forest a little bit deeper on that right side of the driveway. Anyways, I hope this is helpful so you folks see the outcome of the work that we did, and I'll see you again on the next one. Cheers.
Well, good morning, my friends. I just wanted to break into this video before we wrap up. I had a couple of messages. The first one to new tractor owners or folks that are new to grading or maintaining your own driveway. As I often say on a lot of the videos, I'm no expert at these things. I'm kind of just like you. I get a little better every time I try to do something. And grading has always been a tough thing for me. But what I would offer to you is if you're new to grading, maybe you just got your first box blade or your land plane or a rear blade, take it slow, watch a lot of videos, and give it a shot. I mean, I think probably one of the contributors to why you got the tractor is so you could stop paying other people to maintain your property. And you learn a little bit more every time you do it. Watch a lot of YouTube videos, get a feel for it, and just get out and do it. I wanted to also point something out that you don't often see on the videos. If you are new to a certain task, for example, grading, I wanted to let you know that you don't see everything on the YouTube video. That's because it'd be a very long video. As an example, when Guy and I graded Kirk's driveway, you probably saw us do 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 passes in total. But I promise you, throughout that exercise during the day, I'll bet you we did at least 35 or 40 passes on that section of driveway. Because like you, I'm still learning. So I take it in very small increments. I imagine somebody that's got the experience or the expertise to do it probably could have done it in 10 passes. But again, it's your own property, it's your own tractor. Take your time, we're both learning. And just take little bits at a time, shave little bits at a time. Don't try to get it all done in 2 passes, because it probably won't turn out well. When you get into grading, I promise you, after a couple of those first few passes, your driveway's gonna look like a mess. You're probably gonna think that you totally screwed it up and you can't fix it and you need to call somebody. Don't call someone, just keep at it. Keep making passes, little bits at a time. And I promise you the driveway will come back into shape. As you keep running that land plane or that box blade or the rear blade over it, you'll eventually start to figure out different nuances and you'll get it back in shape again. So I'll get off my soapbox now. Second question I had for you good folks, I know there's a lot of folks in our community here on the channel that are experienced or experts in road work or grading, those kind of things. I'm pretty sure we're ready for gravel now to get a truck in to tailgate that section of the driveway. If you think there's something else I need to do to that driveway before we drop gravel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you had the time to leave it in the comments for me. I think we're good to go, other than that runoff on the right side into the forest. We're definitely not going to be doing any geotech or any of that type of fabric. I don't think that's in the plan, but I don't want to drop the gravel and then find out afterwards there's something else I should have done before we dropped it. Thanks so much. Have a great week. Be kind, and I'll see you again on the next one. Cheers.